maybe let's talk about like
what exactly we do. Yeah. The company is called TruSource.
TruSource, and
And at a high
what's the URL to it?
The TruSource.io.
Okay, cool.
It's pretty simple. And at a high level, what we do is we enable smart contracts that are developed on blockchains to connect to external data, and specifically to external APIs.
Okay.
So let's take a use case as an example. So decentralized insurance is something that's been explored in great detail, and one example of that would be a flight delay insurance application. So I go on this application and I buy a delay policy that lives on the blockchain, and after my flight is finished, what happens? What I want to happen is I need some way to get hold of the data that the flight has been delayed. And once that data is fetched, then I have this automated payment of some crypto to my account, and then that happens automatically, and you don't have to have all the back office work related to that, all the paperwork related to that, and I as a consumer get paid within a day.
So there's this application, like when you say decentralized application, this is something that runs on the blockchain.
Yeah.
It's a program, and the idea is that once it's on the blockchain, nobody can do anything with it. That's it. Once it's on,
that's it. Yeah.
And the idea is that everything is automated.
Yeah, everything's automated. So the process of so as an insurer, you put out the terms of the policy. As a consumer, I go and purchase this policy.
Okay.
And once the event happens, once the result is fetched, the payment is completely automated.
Right. Okay.
Although the process afterwards is completely automated.
Got it.
And you gain efficiencies through that. So one of the key parts of what we just discussed was getting hold of that data that says my flight has been delayed or not.
Like how do you know that this happened?
How do we know?
Like how does the software code know that this event happened?
This event happens, and what is the result of this event?
Got it.
So traditionally, if I was building an application on the web, I would get hold of a source of data. So I'd go look at the data providers that sell data on a flight status, and I would pick a reputable one. I would go and purchase an agreement with them where I'd purchase their data. They'd give me an API key, and then they'd expose an endpoint that I can go query for that data.
Right. So they give you some sort of interface for you to get access to this data. Whether something, let's say the flight has been delayed or not.
And typically these companies are reputable. They, it's their job to curate data on these things and sell it. So in this example, we're talking about flight delay, flight status information, but you could have the data providers sell information on all kinds of stuff, from results of sports matches, from market indexes, exchange rates, all these kinds of things, loads of financial data. So you think like there's like a whole data market out there that exists.
Right.
So that would be the traditional model of how to build your application. You would just find your API, a source for your data, and interact with the API. But in the blockchain context, that's something you can't do.
Okay.
So you can't have a smart contract application that lives on a blockchain simply make a web request to an API, and that's due to how it's been designed.
Right, just like for whatever reason, the blockchain when they were designed
it's designed in such a way
couldn't go out and to the internet.
And it's there's an important reason for why that is, and it's to do with having every action on a blockchain being deterministic. And when you query data in that manner asynchronously, the result can never be deterministic, because it depends on when I query this data, and if I do it 10 minutes later than you, if my node does it 10 minutes later than you, then we're going to get a different result, and our states of our blockchains are going to be different, and that defeats the whole purpose.
Got it.
There's ways around it, and there are these things that are called oracles on blockchains. So what my company is doing is simplifying the process of having this interface, these oracles, for both developers and data providers.
So your tools for other software developers to use. Okay.
Yeah, so we have tooling for software developers to connect to external data, and but that also results in giving data providers the ability to sell their data into these markets.